Hey, what's up ladies and gentlemen, it is I am the one and only Tiona here once again, and I'm back for some more yet again for the likes of the Maxi Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo 64. So last time we have managed to able to start the game up by going through the beach course at one time and the tunnel course twice due to the fact that we actually found the secret exit. So because of that though, today for this episode is the fact that we're about to be hit on to the next course, which after the events of the secret exit that we found, ever since in the tunnel course, well, that it will pretty much lead you to the next course. And eventually we're able to take some more pictures of Pokemon, and this leads us to the Volcano. So, the boiling magma here makes this place very hot. I'm sweating already. Sure enough, Professor Oak, this place is going to be boiling in there. Which, that reminds me, until at some point in the next few days or so, that, summer's about to be almost approaching. So because of that, though, well, despite we're still in spring, but either way, though, we can expect this much, so... Anyways, let's take some more pictures of certain Pokemon. To be more specifically, Rapidash, which, it does remind me of that similar, meme, as in the forms of, you know the episode called, Feeling Peaky Keen? On My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, when Twilight Sparkle is bursting in flames after when she was, like, extremely frustrated with what the actual doozy for Pinky's sense and all that stuff after dealing with, you know what I mean, the Hydra and stuff like that. So even then though, you guys should know what I'm talking about for Brony's sake out there. So either way though, let's take some more pictures of Vulpix right here, and you know, for the actual, the Volcano environment is actually going to be based off from Fire-type Pokemon, because I do know certain types as far as I know, but, not every single Pokemon I do know about it, though. Well, at least I do recognize some of them from Generation 1, as I think I already established that already from the likes of the last video, but anyway, though, so let's go and take some more pictures of, well, as you can see, we come across into Magmar and also Charizard, as you can see. And as well as from that, if we continue going forward, what's up with that egg over there? Well, before we continue our progressioning there, we need to go ahead and take certain pictures of certain Charizards. Well, to be more specifically, trying to toss the Pokemon food at them. And looks like they're about to be calling another couple of Charizards right there, I see. And if we manage to able to, well, knock this egg over, and then try to toss it into the lava as we can progress, oh look, we have ourselves the legendary Pokemon, I say. To be more specifically, Moltres, which appears to be by the forms of one of those legendary bird Pokemon, which, even then though, it does look pretty awesome though, to able to actually see these Pokemon in the, soaring through the skies above. Although, mind you, there are about 3 of those legendary birds in this game, so because of that, though, we can expect to see, you know, some more Pokemon there. So, speaking of such, though, there was nothing else on the right side, I don't think. But there was actually that familiar Pokemon over there, which appears to be Charmeleon, which I think that's what his name is. Again, I do apologize for that mispronunciation of his name, but either way, though, just because I wasn't really research on it that much. But anyway though, let's just go ahead and keep tossing the apples right at the forms of Charmeleon. So because of that though, the reason why we're gonna have to do this is because as soon as you're able to toss him or try to knock him into the actual lava, then basically he'll transforming into Charizard, the most recognizable Pokemon as we know. And speaking of Charizard, there he is, right here. So let's take some pictures of him quickly before we instantly go into the Gold Gate, as far as I just managed to hear that familiar sound effect, as far as why I've noticed something like this. But thankfully we did manage to take about 3 pictures of Charizard and all that stuff though, which I'm quite relieved by that. So anyways, let's go ahead and bet one of those pictures. So in this case we'll bet on this Vulpix right here, and we already bet one for Rapidash, and also one for Charmander. So yeah, and we'll take one for Moltres. So, and of course we'll bet on Magmar with the actual fighting thing going on here. And one Charizard. I might say I might as well pick... yeah, I might as well go for this one. And as far as Charmeleon, well, Charmeleon, yep, I'll bet that one as well. And I think we should be all set. So because of that, though, how much pictures I did manage to... Okay, so there's only like 7 new kinds of Pokemon I did manage to took. So... Anyway, so let's see Rapidash first. Size is okay, pose is pretty good. Not the best, but at least we got a technique. As well as the, obviously the same Pokemon as well. And what about Vulpix? And the pose, the size is pretty good. Pose is amazing. And technique, we obviously achieved that. So, that way it can give me double the amount of points as far as I can go for. Size is meh, but the pose-wise is okay. And obviously we got the technique, so I think we'll be okay. But we got more Pokemon of the same picture, meaning that we got 750 points. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. And we got, a special bonus. And we got the technique, so I'm cool with that. Alright, what about this? Fighting Magmar. So at least we got some bonuses there, like 800 points. But sadly, the size is pretty bad. So I was so close for that, so we'll try that again at some point. So, alright, so size is good, pose is pretty good, and technique-wise, we achieved that. So, awesome. Alright, Charizard. Let's see if we can get some good amount of points there. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Especially noticeable with the technique and stuff. And from here, we're able to get 24 kinds of Pokemon that we've got in a Pokemon report. So, I think we should be okay. At least for now on, anyway. And since that we only come across into one exit in the Volcano course, so this meaning that obviously we've now able to actually unlock the another course. And what course we're going to be hitting on to is the river. The river here is flowing gently. Someone might be hiding nearby. So, out of all the actual courses we're going to be running to, this is by far my least favorite. I have no idea why I'm just trying to say things like this. I think it's mainly because it is kind of tricky to able to take certain Pokemon pictures. I think that's the only thing I can usually describe about this particular stage. Because obviously it's not as easy to able to, you know, capture certain Pokemon pictures and all that stuff though, but when you're trying to get the hang of it though, it might not be so bad if you're trying to get the hang of it, so a few things I want to explain about for this point today is the fact that obviously today's day is of course the 11th of March today, in this case in 2021, and it looks like that in June at some point in North America, which is just recently today for North America, the Mario Party 9 game has been out for 9 years in North America. So speaking of Mario Party 9 actually, let me know in the comments below if what you think about Mario Party 9 after the events of 9 years of release. So, do you like it because of its different gameplay style, or you didn't like it because you prefer the classic old style, gameplay, like, you know, going in individually and then just go around in this giant board without going to the leniency? Although, to be fair, in Mario Party 7 and Mario Party 8, that both of those games has one of those linear boards, but at least it does have turn-based kind of stuff. But, either way though, that's as far as I can think about it, so because of that though, yeah, it's want to classify that, so anyways, let's take some pictures of Slowpoke right here. Of course, there's nothing else we can do from that Pokemon that we've actually bypassed through, because obviously we need to acquire specific items, which, even then though, it wasn't until whenever we get onto the later portion throughout the majority of the game that we do definitely need to get ourselves some good shots for certain Pokemon until we progressed, so and there's nothing we can do up there, but I do definitely know, we got ourselves a shiny Magikarp, but unfortunately though, I didn't seem to be able to get that picture in time. But I do definitely know that the Magikarp is actually a lot faster than the forms of how it does it on the tunnel course, as far as I'm aware. And of course, we actually saw the side duck right here, so at least we did manage to take some good pictures of him, so at least I hope so anyway. And as well as the Clopster here, and of course that we actually bypassed the Metapod, which we can't take the pictures of, by the way, until whenever we get something, so... And as well as from that, there was actually that little switch over there. But we'll save that for later, because otherwise we do need to get that specific item that we can only get if you're trying to able to actually activate certain things. So, and there's that another Pikachu right there. Seriously, this place, or this game is going to be filled to the brim with a lot of Pikachus, which again, he's actually pretty popular when it comes to mascot-wise. Although, I'm pretty sure that the only time that you can't see Pikachu is, so far anyway, that you can't see him in the forms of, the Volcano so far, as well as the other place, which we'll talk more about that until whenever we get onto the forms of next Tuesday. So I know this Let's Play seems a bit short just because, well, it might not be groundbreaking or anything else like that, but regardless of everything else though, I still enjoy this game from time to time. So anyways, we only took about 16 pictures, so it's not by much, but otherwise we do need to able to get certain Pokemon on the actual reports, such as, of course, you know, Slowpoke, as well as Poliwag, which I do apologize for that pronunciation error. But anyway, I suppose we can probably go for this side duck here, so we'll able to bet on him. And Clawlister, yeah, I think we'll go for that one. And also, I've noticed something. I did manage to take 3 different Pikachu pictures, which, specifically, he does have a special effect. Which meaning that we'll talk more about that when Professor Oak did actually pointed out the analysis and all that stuff. So, oh, that's actually the worst picture that I've ever done. That is definitely the worst. And what about this one? Nah, it's not that good. We'll try that again another time. Let's see, Slowpoke, yeah, size is good, 1000 points for a pose, and 10 ink, we obviously managed to achieve that. Alright, what about Psyduck? Size is okay, pose is actually pretty good, and obviously we got the technique, so awesome. Alright, what about you, Cluster? Size is okay, pose is pretty good, and technique, we obviously achieved that, so I'm quite happy with that. And we got ourselves Speed Pikachu, and obviously we get 800 points, so what about the rest? I don't think it doesn't compare to the other one though, so yeah, we'll keep the other one. Oh well, at least I tried. I did try, but honestly, that some of these special variations might be a bit tricky to obtain, but anyway. So now we're done with that, and the Professor Oak is going to tell us that we're able to get ourselves another item, which that's the item I was going to talk about. This one appears to be the Pester Ball, and this will be handy until whenever we get into the ending portion of the river course, which, yeah, we might as well come across to that exponentially. So, yeah, I think we're about to do that, we're about to go there right now. So, because of that, though, yeah, let's head back into the river, so just in case we can able to see if what is up for the sake of certain spots, as far as I've noticed. So, hopefully, we would be able to try to do that. I still have no idea how do I get myself a good picture on that Poliwag, which I'll try to figure this out though on my own time, so hopefully we would be able to do that. But for the time being, let's go and use those Pester Balls on these familiar Pokemon from the starter Pokemon from Generation 1. We have Bulbasaur here. And of course, we'll try to toss the apple just on here. And, oh, we got 2 Bulbasaurs in one picture. That's pretty awesome, actually. Especially noticeable because of the fact that, again, if you really want to able to get to the end game portion of this game, you have to be sure you need to get a good shot of those certain pictures. Because if you don't, then, well, obviously, you're going to have to able to keep on taking certain pictures. Oh, speaking of such, Magikarp. Anyway, let's go and take some pictures of Slowpoke here, and obviously we'll take some pictures of, it's not as easy to able to take some pictures like these though, like shelters right here. But oh well, no big deal. But at least I can able to try to take certain pictures elsewhere. So, yeah, let's take a picture of you again. And I don't think there's anything else we can able to get at that point. So, actually, kind of think about it, is the fact that, you know, ever since yesterday, that we've already come across into the Happy Mario 10 day yesterday. That let me know in the comments to think about the fact that what you think about the Happy Mario 10 day yesterday wise. Because obviously aside from the fact that we can able to just see the sales and all that stuff though for sale drops and stuff, and that's pretty much how that goes. And can you get out of my way, Metapod? Anyway, but at least I did take a picture of the Metapod at least. So yeah, at least I'm glad to able to notice that. But again, to do that though, you have to use the pestro ball in order to able to get them down. So yeah, something's worth noting for. So yeah, something's worth mentioning for this point is the fact that you can obviously just manage to able to take certain Pokemon pictures. Although first things first. Oh, what do we have here? We have Porygon, which it seems kind of cool. And of course, the reason why we're gonna have to hit back in nerves is because, well, you notice that switch that we've already saw? Well, use the pestro ball onto that specific rocky structure and let the Porygon enable to actually just let him activate the switch for you. And if you accomplish that, then this will lead us to another course, which somehow we're gonna go down apparently. But luckily the 01 vehicle can able to do a hovering. So that's something's worth noting for. Although I'm pretty sure I didn't take that much pictures though, so only 15. So I'll be alright with that, because otherwise I do need to able to get some good pictures here and there. So that's the thing I do need to keep an eye out for. So anyway, so Metapod, yeah, we'll go for this one. And Psyduck, I can't really tell which one's which, but I'll go for this one. And of course we'll go for Porygon. So what about Shoulder? I suppose maybe this one? And what about Slowpoke? I'm guessing I'm go for this one. And I think we should be all set, so yeah, I don't suppose we can able to head back into the river anytime soon. So anyway, let's check Bulbasaur. Size is good, pose is pretty good as well, and technique we achieved that, and alongside with another Bulbasaur, so that gives us a pretty good amount of points. So that should be pretty swell. What about this picture? It's exactly the identical. Damn it. It is so hard able to get certain Pokemon pictures sometimes. But anyway, Slowpoke. At least the points is actually slightly higher up, so at least it's like 20 points difference anyway, so yeah, it's slightly better. Alright, Metapod. Yeah, it looks okay. Yeah, I'll take it. Alright, Psyduck. Let's see how that compares to the other one. Size is okay, although pose is the only downside, so because of that though, yeah, we'll keep the other one instead. Again, I could try, but sometimes I need to compare the best pictures, so... Alright, so... Okay, so it looks like it's a very good picture. And it looks like we got 32 types of Pokemon so far, so I think that... I'm pretty sure we're almost at the halfway point in terms of Pokemon stuff we can find. So, yeah, at least we are getting there, so, anyway, so let's head back in here and able to unlock another new course, which is the cave. So, this is a scary looking cave. I bet if I listen carefully, I'll hear lots of strange noises. Yeah, strangely, I know. So, either way though, we're able to hit in there anyway. Okay, something's worth mentioning for this point as well is that, actually, to be honest with you, there's not much else I can talk about apart from the fact that, well, until eventually at some point in later on this month, that Pokepark 2, at least on the English version of that game, alongside with the forms of Kid Icarus Uprising for the 3DS, will be eventually become 9 years old for the sake of this year. So, yeah, that's something's worth noting for. Also, you've noticed that ever since when Sonic has already mentioned about this whole specific discussion about the forms of regardless of certain, future Let's Plays, as far as I'm aware, you notice about the fact that, unfortunately though, that as far as what Sonic has already mentioned about something, that you know that the Winnie the Pooh Rumbly Tumbly adventure is officially cancelled for the sake of our Let's Plays. Probably it's because we haven't got that much time with it, and plus not to mention that I'm pretty much used to with playing other games on my own time, and plus not only that, we didn't grow up with it though, that's the only thing. So, and also not to mention though is the fact that, well, I don't know if there's anything else to say, because, well, aside from the fact that we do need to be able to, well, let me just say this right now, that it's all eventually on April, we will definitely say something about the Winnie the Pooh 2011 movie, which that will be celebrating the 10-year anniversary, which we will still say that, but we're not gonna do the actual Winnie the Pooh game on, you know, in our channel, just because, well, although, don't get me wrong, I don't mind the actual character, but it's just the fact that, well, I'm pretty much not gonna get every single games about them, just because, well, something is more dedicated to younger audiences and all that stuff, though, for toddlers, mainly with, like, you know, Story Studio, or just animated storybooks, for that matter, but usually it's not my cup of tea, so I do apologize for that, for the sake of the enthusiastic about it. Oh yeah, this is the photo I was talking about right there. This particular a variation of Pikachu, which is known as Pikachu on the balloon, or the balloon Pikachu picture, because this Zubat is next to impossible to able to try to aim it with Pestro balls, and as a result, it is a lot difficult to able to aim it from there. So yeah, I will try my best if I was able to try to get that balloon Pikachu as much as I can, but unfortunately though, I didn't seem to able to get that as such, so... But at least we could able to take some pictures of Jinx there. And also you've noticed that I've managed able to rescue those Jigglypuffs earlier ago. Well, that's how you can able to actually get rid of those coffin Pokemon. And if you manage to able to get rid of these coffin Pokemon, then you do realize that, well, listen for yourself. Well, first of all, let me just get a really good glimpse of this picture of the Zubats here. And as you can see, we actually have two Jigglypuffs on stage. And again, in order to able to make it happen, is the fact that you have to get rid of those coffins whenever the coffins chase these Jigglypuffs. And if you accomplish that, then you would able to actually get yourselves, I would guarantee, a whole bunch of points. Especially noticeable with, you know, two Jigglypuffs on screen, so, again, there's only for one exit, so even then, though, I think we're gonna be okay with this. So, although, in order to able to go for the next location we're about to be heading to at some point in next Tuesday, obviously we do need to get certain kinds of Pokemon, so yes, much like in, certain exploration games that basically we do need to require certain amount of kinds of Pokemon in order to progress as well. So yeah, something's worth noting for. So yeah, let's go for Jinx here, and of course we have ourselves two Zubats. Let's go for the ones from there. So because of that, though, we'll get ourselves a much more good picture from the other one. As far as Jigglypuff one is concerned, yeah, let's go for this one here, just because it looks a bit nicer, so, although the size usually becomes a little bit smaller, I think, so, anyways, let's go ahead and just see the results of certain pictures. We have Duto right here, and size is, oh, are you kidding me? The pose is way off. Oh well, we'll go for Gremmo instead, so... Size is meh, and the pose is good, and at least we accomplished that. And what about Coffin here? Alright, so 690, 750 points, and of course we got the technique, so awesome. Alright, Wimpy Bell. Let's see how this brings out to be. 640, okay. And, well, we accomplished that. Alright, Jinx. Let's see. Size is, alright. And 750 points for the pose, and we got the technique. So, yeah, Awesome sauce. And let's just compare to the Zubats to the other picture. Yeah, looks, well, pretty much improvement as I say. And of course, since we got the same Pokemon on that picture, then this is the must-have or the much more better Zubat picture. So yeah, I'm quite pleased about that. And we got the Jigglypuff on stage, so that gives us 500 points. So, and also we got ourselves the Singing Cheerfully, so this means it'll give us 400 more points, and, well, that's pretty much all I can say. Alright, awesome sauce. And of course, since we found out that we need to take 2 more Pokemon pictures, but there's that one particular course we haven't been into for quite a while, and that will have to be by the forms of the beach. Yes, I think it's about time to able to head back onto the beach location, because we haven't been there ever since, well, since we first got started with the actual main game. So, yeah, perfect opportunity to do that, I suppose. So anyways though, even though I kind of wish I just want to speed things up a little bit, but eventually whenever we get onto the forms of next week, there was actually that one particular item that we do able to actually just to speed things up a little bit. So hopefully we'll come across into that eventually, but not right now though, just because obviously we need to take certain pictures and stuff. And if you're trying to able to guide Pikachu with those tons of apples there, then this will pretty much lead him to this peculiar surfboard, which basically gives him Pikachu surfing. So yeah, that's something is usually for this matter. And what else do we have? Butterfree. Let's take that particular Butterfree picture from now on. And I still have no idea how do I go ahead and take that peculiar picture of this Lapras right here, which hopefully we'll come across into that. Although, something's worth mentioning though is the fact that it doesn't really matter if you get like tons of points and all that stuff to get 100% completion or something. Although apart from the fact that, oh, I did somehow knocked over Meowth right here, which hopefully we'll be able to get a good picture on him. So let's see if he can able to do, oh, that's actually a top-notch pose. But it really depending on Professor Oak's results, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Alright, just keep on tossing those pester balls on this little grassy field and reveals another Pokemon that we haven't come across into. So, at least we got that at least. And oh, what do we have here? We have 2 Pikachus, and somehow they're stepping on the stump. Oh yeah, that's another one of those bonus rewards if you manage to able to take a good picture from there. And I suppose we can probably do that at some point in the future if we manage to get ourselves the final 2 items that we can able to get. But then again though, we'll talk more about that whenever we're able to continue our progression for this game. So anyway though, so let's go ahead and keep on moving forward. And yeah, you notice with that very strange looking ball spheric kind of thing. And there, if you use the Pester Ball at this Jinsei Pokemon right there, and that way you're able to actually take a good picture on him, so, or her, depending on what gender that you want to be more precise with. Although sometimes though, is that certain Pokemon can be like, depending on what gender they're in, could be either a male or female gender. So yeah, that's the actual key factor when it comes to certain Pokemon games, as far as I know. At least the mainstream ones specifically, so anyway though, and I suppose that there's the last thing I want to mention is that, actually to be honest with you, there's not much else I can honestly try to say. Well, aside from the fact that, well, the actual Let's Play of Winnie the Pooh Rumbly Tumbly Adventure Let's Play has been officially cancelled just because, well, obviously I don't have enough time for it. Although, to be fair though, that I used to play the Game Boy Advance game, but I did have a good time on the Game Boy Advance game as it is, but I haven't got that much progression on that, so that's the only thing I must have confessed by that point. So I'm sorry that that particular Let's Play has been officially cancelled, so oh well, no big deal. But at least aside from the fact that, oh, the actual picture side is a bit slightly off, but we'll try that again at some point in the future. But yeah, let's bet on this Pikachu here and Chansey, and oh my, those pictures is actually way better than the well, the first attempt. And let's go for PG right here. And I think we should be all said and done.
Yes.
Alright, so let's see. Butterfree. I don't suppose that, nah, it's not gonna match up to the, it's not gonna match up, no. Close though, pretty close, but, we'll keep the previous one anyway, so. Alright, what about you, Meowth? Oh, just only 10 points off. But, regardless of such though, it's almost quite close, so we'll try that again at some point, until I give you a much more better pose. Alright. Ooh, that's actually pretty swell for that specific picture. Alright, Pikachu. Isn't that a Pikachu on a stump? Well, it surely is, and it gives me a whole bunch of points. Wow, that's quite a lot. Size is meh, but regardless of such though, we were able to get a whole bunch of points, and plus we got another Pikachu on screen. That gives us 260 points, so I think this is one of the best pictures we had so far. Which I'm gonna say I'm quite impressed about that. And, ooh, that's actually a really good picture. Even though you can't really see her face, sadly, but points really does matter, so. Alright, what about you, Kangaskhan? Size is good, pose is much better than the first attempt though, and technically we achieved that, so I'm happy about that. Alright, lastly we have PG right here. Let's see. Ooh, at least we got something at least. And yeah, definitely a lot more better than the first picture, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And of course, we actually got 40 types of Pokemon so far, so this meaning that we can now able to actually access to another new course. So yeah, I'm afraid we don't think we got enough time for that though, sadly. But regardless of such though, I think I should probably end things off here. So join me next time on Let's Play Pokemon Snap. Instead, we'll hit on to the next new course. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Later, fellas.